Welcome to the very first trade show attended by Nanlux at Profusion Virtual Connect 2020. And let me say, the traffic at our booth is insane. How you doing, folks? Just thought I'd have a little fun with our current situation. It's really great to be a part of the Profusion show. Also, it's something new that we're doing. We are a new brand from the Nangguang Photo Video Systems Company. We'll just call it the Nangguang Group for short. You're probably familiar with other brands that come from the Nangguang Group. You have your LEDGO brands and Nanlite brands. It's very popular. Nanlite, you might get it confused. Nanlite, Nanlux, what's the difference? Nanlux is a more higher-end professional line. Even though a lot of professionals use the Nanlite Forza series, the Nanlux brand is something that is geared towards the higher-end professional. We're going for motion picture, film, and TV. You'll also see that we're gearing towards also the independent filmmakers and independent production houses and rental houses. The first two items that we have that we're releasing are the Dyno 650 and the Dyno 1200Cs. The Dyno 650 is a 2x1 form factor. So you're looking at, maybe if you're familiar with our LEDGO line, the Magic-U G260. It's actually the same housing. It's a 25 by 16 inch emitter, and then, or exit aperture. And then we have the Dyno 1200C, which is roughly a 3-foot square. And that's more along the lines of your RE Sky Panel S360. Now that light is significantly bigger than our light. The Dyno 1200C is right behind me. The RE Sky Panel S360C is a 5-foot by 4-foot panel. So almost twice the size of the Dyno 1200C that's right behind me. But it actually offers roughly the same output. We were on a Hollywood lot for a promotional shoot recently that had both lights on there, and the gaffers and grips were impressed by the output, and that from just 3 meters away it filled up a 12 by 12 foot frame without any hotspot in the center. So it filled it up pretty evenly. The beam spread of both panels is 160 degrees, so you're going to fill up a lot of space very easily, especially with the optional soft boxes, with our grids and things of that nature, barn doors. So you have light shaping tools that will allow you to be creative and to control the light to your will. So our lights actually aren't on the market yet. They should be leaving the factory in the next couple weeks and headed to all over the world. A lot of our LEDGO and Nanlite dealers and distributors have also decided to carry the Nanlux brand, and even new dealers and distributors to our network have actually added the brand, because the Nanlux Dyno series offers something that's very unique. I'll show you a short promotional video very soon to talk about the shows a little bit more about that. But because these lights are so powerful and offer so much output, this gives the smaller budget productions ways to get that bigger production level light for less money. And it can actually fit. It's a more practical size. And I want to show you right here, like this is a vehicle right here. This is a Jeep Patriot. This is one of your smaller SUVs that you find on the market. But this actually, you're looking at 2 Dyno 650Cs and 1 Dyno 1200C that fits in a compact SUV. And in addition to that, we have all the grip gear, the stands, and the soft boxes loaded in there, as well as other lights. We've got some LEDGO Fresnels and Altitube RGB WW tubes that go in there with it. So very, very impressive to see that all that can fit in such a small vehicle. Also, on top of that, they're easier to set up. They're lighter. They're more compact. Now, when I say compact, that is very, 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 very subjective. You know, the Dyno 650C is a 34 pounds, so it's roughly the same weight as a RE Sky Panel S60. The Dyno 1200C is 57.8 pounds. Now, for everything else that you're used to, if you're a smaller production, that sounds pretty heavy, but it's actually a lot lighter than bigger lights. It's a lot lighter than big hot lights like HMIs. It's almost half the weight of the RE Sky Panel S360, which is roughly 100 pounds. Plus the ballast is another 20 pounds on top of that. So it's very, very practical. For me, like I am a part of the marketing and social media team here in Los Angeles. And I'll take it out on set and show it to gaffers and people in the unions and try to get a feel for the light before it hits the market. And a lot of people marvel at the fact that while they're over there with 2 to 3 people setting up a Sky Panel S360, I'm setting up the light by myself. The only way I can do that is because safely, is because I'm very strong. No, because if you have a light that's low enough, it's actually light enough to do that. I mean, you can see right behind me, it's just a little wider than shoulder width to hold the light, and you can mount it and carry it and put it on whatever stand you want and set it up by yourself. I mean, the weight is a lot, but it's so much better than what a lot of us are used to when you're using bigger production lights and in larger production. So in this new COVID era where you have social distancing, where budgets are cut, you have smaller crews, the Dyno series offers something very unique that allows you to be able to work with a smaller crew but actually maintain a similar production value, because you can still use those big production lights. You can still be a little creative. People are gonna have to wear multiple hats, not to digress too far, but for way production crews are evolving to adjust to this new environment, the Nanlux dynos might be a great solution to maintain that level of production value that you want and the type of lights that you need. So that's something to keep in mind with that too. So I want to show another thing that's also important too. Like, I can fit 3 dynos in a small SUV, but let's say you got a lot more stuff and you have something else too. Here's something to keep in mind too. The height of the case standing up is 43.5 inches. So that means laying down, you're going to be able to fit that in between the wheel well of a Ford F-150, a full-size truck. So you could fit probably stacking on top of each other, you could probably fit 3 to 4 of those dynos in the back of an SUV with a tonneau cover. It could close on top of that. Or you could fit a couple of these, a lot of grip gear, stands, all that stuff, frames, silks, all that good stuff, and that will fit in there as well. So that's something to also keep in mind too. So we have, since we are new, before these come to the market, right now we're just in the exposure phase and letting people know about the lights and getting them out there. And we've had a warm reception to the lights so far. But before they come out, we've brought them on some productions. And here's a little snippet of what people are able to do. A lot of gaffers, a lot of the feedback that we're getting about the lights is that yes, it's very bright, it's very powerful, but it also has a very intuitive menu system. When you put it in a softbox and you get that 160 beam angle and you corral it into a softbox with a grid, and the color accuracy of these lights, you're getting amazing skin tones and a great quality of light on your subject when you use it as a key light. So here's something we did recently with a production company here in LA for Watch Dogs' new video game that came out last month. And let's see here, what do we have? A quick look at it. That is Dyno 650 in our Nanlux softbox, and that's on the subject here. And let me show you what that looks like. All right, let me switch that up for a second. We have the wrong one. All right, it's my 4th show in 2 days. I should have been better prepared. But let me show that to you. 1 second. Here we go. The setup before, it's just one dyno right in front of the subject. And it's very nice that way. Yeah. Yeah, so the pricing of the lights is you're having the output. So people often ask, what's the output look like? And I keep finding myself comparing the same light over and over again. But, well, it is the RE Sky panels. And the reason why I think that I keep finding myself comparing it to that light is because the RE Sky panel in the higher end market is one of the most popular panels in the world, whether it's rental, whether it's for studio productions. I mean, a lot of people use that light. So when it comes to the when it comes to the Nanlux Dyno 650C, it's about 20% larger exit aperture than the S60, but it's actually twice the output. And when it comes to the output of the Dyno 1200C, it's roughly the same. You're looking at, depending on which version of the Sky Panel S360 you have, it's roughly the same. If you have the older version, then the dyno is going to be up to 25% brighter. So another thing that you have is you have a wide CCT range. Up until this week, the CCT range is 2700 to 20,000 Kelvin. But now we've lowered it down to 1800 Kelvin up to 20,000 Kelvin. You have your RDM, lumen radio, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5-pin in and out DMX. You have different DMX profiles. We're working on adding our DMX profiles into the Luminaire 3 app, into the Blackout app, DMX Cat, and whatever app that's very popular on major production sets. So that's very important for us to really give the compatibility and the convenience to our target audience. So also another thing about our DMX profiles is that you have different modes. You have ultimate mode, you have 8-bit, you have 16-bit, you have CCT, HSI, you have a combination of both, you have RGB WW, you have all these different ways to control the light from a console, from an app, or whatever it is that you have to control the light. Another thing that's great about the light is that, at least for here in Los Angeles, we have local repair. We have a 3-year warranty. So in the United States, we have a really nice warranty, and I think we're trying to match that warranty around the world, North America and Europe, Asia, and things of that nature. So since we have a very strong dealer and distributor network, we're able to serve our customers in a way that maybe other companies aren't able to, especially a company that you might not have heard of before. You might think Nanlux, oh, this is a new brand. They might fly-by-night company. They might not be able to handle the higher-end market. But the thing is, we're a part of the Nangguang Group. We're a part of a manufacturer that's nearly 30 years old, and we have one of the largest patent portfolios. We have over 200 patents in our portfolio for lighting. So when it comes to power efficiency, when it comes to output, you'll be very surprised and very pleasantly surprised to see how our lights match up with other lights in the industry. So that's where I'm able to have a light that's roughly the same size of a Sky Panel S60, and we're still able to pack in that much power and actually double the output. Like, you know, we're only 50% more power draw than a Sky Panel S60, but it's more than double the output. You know, we have a light that's roughly half the size of a Sky Panel S360, but it offers roughly the same output. So let me show one more thing for you guys. It's I think is really cool. Let me get here, and let me find this for you. All right. and do we have any questions about the lights so far? Let's see here, that's not it. No, we don't. Okay. Alrighty. So, here we go. All right, so if you have here's a little short promo to kind of give you a little bit more information about our lighting system, about how it's used, and the accessories that come with it. And the accessories are separate. You're going to come in just the fixture itself, the ballast, and the power cables. You have optional accessories for the soft boxes, for the grids. We have Nanlux branded grids. We also have grids fitted by honey crates. And we also have a flight case, very affordable. And you also have additionally barn doors, 8-leaf or 6-leaf barn doors that can do that too. So anyway, here's a little promo to show you a little bit more about the light and how it works. All right, there we go. So that is our lights, our new system. It's coming. We should see around the holidays or around the turn of the new year, our fixtures should be available for you to order. For the US pricing, the Nanlux Dyno 650C is $39.90 retail, and for the Dyno 1200C, you're looking at $75.90 US. A lot of the prices may vary based on your currency and the country of origin, but you're looking at a very competitive price lighting fixture that appeals to the higher end professionals, at least based on the union gaffers and productions that we've introduced the lights to here in LA. But it's also very affordable and more practical for smaller productions. So we're looking at people that are independent owner-operators that own their own lights, that might drive their own truck to and from productions, that can get a big quality light to kind of be more creative in ways that they probably may not have thought they could afford, or may not have thought was possible, or could fit in their vehicle. See, that's the thing with the Nanlux Dynos. They offer something that's smaller, but gives you bigger power and has a smaller price tag. So we're really looking forward to seeing how bigger professional productions and union productions in Hollywood use our lights, and we're also looking to see how the more creative and independent productions and smaller productions use our lights too in the coming months. So with that, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch our introductory presentation about the new Nanlux Dynos, the Dyno 1200 and the Dyno 650C. And we look forward to following you, or for you to follow us on social media. So if you want to follow us at Nanlux_global on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. So with that, I want to say thank you and have a great day.